What up, though? How y'all doing? I'm back once again for another Tarot Tuesday. And I must confess, I hope y'all feel the love. Because your girl don't never be up this late. But I did say I was going to commit to being more consistent with the content now that I'm getting back into a groove. So I wasn't able to pre-record tonight's tarot reading, so that's why I'm coming and doing it live. I usually do it at 8, but I do have something that I teach corner to corner on Tuesday nights. So I'll be doing that until November 14th. So you'll either get a pre-recorded session or you might get it later in the evening, like tonight. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Tribe Vibes Collective reading. Allow me to introduce myself to those who may not know who I am. I am Zaya, Samai Kefir Sakim Haruki Nitz. And I help overgivers who struggle to speak their truth and be themselves, craft, and implement the ultimate blueprints to total life transformation through alchemy, psychology, and herbalism. And this is another Tribe Vibes Collective reading. It's just a general reading where I give messages and my signature pyramid spread. Okay, so understand that this is a collective reading, so it will not be specific. Everything may not resonate. Do not try to force it if it does not resonate. If it does resonate, please engage in the comments. Let me know, what's resonating. Drop a lotus, drop a blue heart. Let me know you're there. Say hello. Hello to everybody out there who is logging in tonight. Last but not least, make sure that you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give permission for your name to be shown on StreamYard, because I am doing this through StreamYard. But I would like to see your names when you're commenting, okay? So let's get into the prayer. Holy angel, spirit guides, ancestors of divine white light, we come to you this evening in a grateful and humble heart, happy and glad to commune with you and receive the messages that you have for us. We ask that you place a hedge of protection around myself and the collective as we prepare ourselves to receive your messages this evening. We ask you to return all negative energy to the sender, all spell work, all evil eyes, all malicious intentions back to its sender, and just protect the space. We ask that you provide us with clear and concise messages that give us all the guidance and clarity that we need to be able to move forward. So understand that tarot is not it's not a static prediction of your future. It is a statement of possibilities and probabilities based on decisions that you make. Understand that you are the master of your destiny. Therefore, any messages you receive here, any decisions that you make based on the messages that you receive here, must be made with your complete and total understanding of the situation when it's all said and done, okay? Only you know all of the details, okay? That's between you, your ancestors, and your spirit guides, how you interpret these messages. It helps to not project. It helps to have a balanced perspective. And it helps to have a healthy sense of goddesshood, in which you realize that you have dominion. you possess dominion over your life, your decisions, and your outcomes. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? For the Kepler collective this evening? What's coming through? What's coming through this evening? All right, we're gonna focus on career, money, entrepreneurship. What messages do you have for the collective regarding their career, money, and entrepreneurship? Hold on. A few announcements while I am shuffling. I'll be at the Hoodoo Fest October 28th, hosted by Magic Trap, Kari J. The Eventbrite link to register for that is below. I will be selling candles, herbs, sea moss. For the most part, I can't think of anything else that I'll be selling right now. That was the first card. I will also be teaching a Kemetic Tarot class in which I will be teaching about the origins of the Kemetic origins of tarot and providing some tips on how to read the cards. So go ahead and click that Eventbrite to tap in and register. If this message resonates and you would like to sow a seed into the channel, the Cash App is in the description. And please join the Kepler Collective by clicking the Linktree link in the description link. Let's see. Interesting. All right, so in position number 1, where this all begin, you have Serket in the reverse. Position number 2, you have Kepra Collective coming through. Look at that, y'all. We showing up in the day. All right, position number 3, you have Newts in the reverse. Position 4, Shin in the reverse. Position 5, you have Ra in the reverse. All right. Position 6 is Tehuti in the reverse. Position 7, you have Shezmu in the reverse. Position 8, you have Af Natiru in the upright. Position 9, you have Kimatef in the upright. Ten is Geb in the reverse. I wonder why that is. Yeah, this throwing me. What's really going on? And you got Hey Hoop in reverse. So Serket is from the house of Neb, which is the family of wind. And interesting. So this is about career. This reading is about careers, right? It's about careers, entrepreneurship, money in general. And you have Serket in a reverse. So the journey that you're experiencing right now with your entrepreneurship and in your career began with some kind of imbalance in a partnership. Because you have Serket coming out in a reverse. It also, this card is also about the misuse of sexual energy. So the fact that it's in reverse is saying that whatever imbalance there is there with the sexual energy is coming back into balance, which is a good thing. Okay. So when we think about sexual energy, it's not sexual energy is not just about sex itself. It's about creation, procreation, and our primal nature, so to speak. Our primal nature is designed to protect us in a lot of ways. So I'm getting some imbalances in the root chakra from that, and just overall imbalance in creativity and potential connections and partnerships related to entrepreneurship in your professional life or in money. Okay. You could even be I'm also picking up on vices because with when you are misusing your sexual energy, your primal energy, that's directly your primal energy is connected directly to desire as well. And so you could have been brought to this journey by the fact that you have been experiencing some kind of addictions or vices that have caused an imbalance in your money, in your career, or in your entrepreneurial journey. But you're starting to come out of that. You're starting to come out of that and come into your Kepler energy, your Kepler. Kepler. That's how you really say it. But I just say Kepler on a daily basis, okay? So Kepler comes from the house of Pet, and Pet is the heavens, right? And he is the dung beetle. So this beetle is also about the it's a number 4. He sits on a pyramid with a base of with a square as a base. Those 4 points represent stability, the foundation of things, right? So with that being in the number 2 position, there's some transformation that is happening because Kepler is known for transformation. The dung beetle takes the dung, rolls it up, and creates and actually lays its eggs within the dung, rolls it up, and produces more, right? So this beetle is known for literally taking sugar honey iced tea and transforming it into life, abundance, things of that nature. So the fact that Kepler is coming up in your number 2 position as you are beginning to come out of this imbalance of sexual energy is a really good thing, right? So you are putting some forms of discipline in place that are allowing you to break away from the addictions that are causing financial hardship, sense of lack. All of that is beginning to clear up. Very beautiful thing. So in position 3, you have Newt in the reverse. And Newt comes from the house of Tepiaun, which is the 8 primordials, which means they're like the 8 originals, right? So she is the beginning and the end. She also represents transformation, and she also represents possibilities, but she's showing up here in the reverse. And let me see. I want to look at what those numbered positions. I'm gonna get these number positions memorized because it's the last piece. All right, so this the number 3 position is a useful guide for um future actions. It is also where is it? All right, so it says points 3, 6, 9, and 10 stand both for the future and for our personal voluntary actions for our inner world as opposed to external world. Okay, so what is going on internally with you is that um you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle a little bit to make it through this transformation, right? It's gonna come with it's gonna come with some inner battles. Okay. So position number 4 is Shin in the reverse. And if you look at this card, what I always notice about this card is the multiple spirits that are connected in this geometrically precise and even shape. There is precision here. Okay. So this card is very much so about order, establishing order, restoring harmony, um, integration. So everything coming together as a whole, everything being fully incorporated. Well, you have this in the 4th position in the reverse. So what that's telling me is your external world is chaotic. It has no order. and that is contributing to um, your inability to overcome what you need to overcome in order to transform the situation with your money, your entrepreneurship, and or your career. Um, you have Ra in the reverse. Okay. And Ra is about creative power. Your godlike ability and overcoming of your obstacles or dangers at the heart of the deck, but you have it in a reverse. So while you are attempting to mm, hmm, even though you are attempting to overcome and transform and you're coming out of it, there are some significant obstacles in your internal and external world that are really affecting your ability to harness your godlike abilities that are innate within you as a Ra to be fully balanced. And it's causing you to operate like your magic is not fully um it's not fully being expressed, and it's not as powerful or as potent as it could be because of these blockages. Then you got Shesmu down here in the reverse. This is all about initiation and going through those different levels of the halls of Amenti, and it is in the reverse. So that also means that not only is your magic not as potent as it should be, um, you don't possess the knowledge. Like it's not that you don't possess the knowledge. It's like you don't have it. When you go into the house of Amenti, this is the metaphor for dealing with um the matrix and mastering the matrix. In the house of Amenti, there are different doors that you have to go through. To get through each one of those doors, you have to know the magic spells to get through those doors. Behind each one of those doors are spirits that you have to deal with. That's what these represent. You have this card in the reverse. So that means your within your subconscious self, the um the magic and the spell work that is required for you to be able to get through these obstacles is not forthright. There's a blockage there. Like there's a blockage in your throat chakra. Um this card also talks about judgment of yourself or others. As you can see, Anpu is down there with the scales of Mayat. And the heart is on one scale and the feather is on the other scale. So there is a need for purification. You're going to have to detox in order to get through these blockages, because right now, as Ampu puts your heart on the scale, um, it is not as pure as it needs to be. You have been tainted by the things that you are are going through and have been going through. So that tells me that when it comes to entrepreneurship and your career life and all of those things, you have experienced some significant blows that have affected you internally and really and have really caused some instability in your external material world. and you are struggling to muster up the strength to show up as a god, take control of your power, use your magic in order to get through these things. I'm sensing bitterness. I'm sensing regret. I'm sensing shame. And these are all the different doors that you have to get through in order to release yourself from these blockages. And in order for the proper perception, right, the right spell to get through each one of those things to manifest, you're going to have to detox. You're gonna have to go on a fast. You're gonna have to cut off some relationships, some people, places, things, situations, habits, behaviors, beliefs. All of those different things represent a door within the hall of amenity that you are going to have to master. And then you're going to have to become immaculate with your words, not just the words that you speak out of your mouth, but the words that you think in your mind, because they're producing a story internally that is creating this external chaos. You're chaotic on the inside because you still holding on to the past failures. You're holding on to the past deceit. You're holding on to the past betrayal around whatever partnerships, whatever projects that you worked on in the past, whatever it is that you had going on in the past related to your money, your job, or your entrepreneurship. You still hold on to that and you have this guard up trying to protect yourself. But because your perception of the situation and what you've been through is not properly balanced, it is creating a blockage in which your heart is too heavy and your aura is too full of that trash. And you have to release all of that trash to make room for the abundance that you want to experience. Once you get over that, then you will go back into a place of stability with this Af Nataru. Okay. So we said 4 is a number of foundation, stability, right? This card is also about help, guidance, protection, and preparing for a new phase in life. Okay. So this is the perfect card to pop up after the Shesmu card because in order to get past that, you're going to have to do the work. Then after that comes Kimatif. Kimatif. This card represents immortality. So whatever it is that you have been holding on to, that cycle has ended and it's time to let that go. Okay. This card is also about the circle and the cycle of life. So if you look at it here, there are many cycles here, right? And it's an 8 card, which represents infinity. So what you're going through right now is not unfamiliar to you. You've experienced this in multiple lifetimes before. But with it showing up here in your future position, that means all of this struggle is going to come to an end. Okay, that's really good. What else am I seeing? Now this last card. Now the fact that Geb is coming out in a reverse, that kind of bothers me, and I want to see what's really going on with that. So Geb, I told y'all this loyalty, the materialization of your plans. Mm. So what I'm getting is, even though you're going to get to a place to where, even though you've gotten to a place to where that old cycle is coming to an end, Geb is coming out in the reverse, because in order for that cycle to come to an end, you had to lose so much. You had to be completely and totally thrown out of your comfort zone into an unfamiliar space in order to become fruitful, to create something new. That is a very unique aspect of Geb's story. Remember, Geb used to reside in heaven with his wife Newt. But when it was time to create earth, he fell from heaven in uh in the form of this goose egg, and created the brush and the grass and the trees and all these different things. That's the aspect of earth that Geb represents. So those things that protrude from the earth in a phallic like state, with like rocks and mountains and trees and grass and things of that nature, are associated with Geb and that kind of masculine energy. Anything that grows out of the earth and exalts the skies, you would think of as a Geb kind of energy. But in order for Geb to do this, he has to be separated from his home and the person he loves the most, only to ever be forever seeking her out in the skies. He has to love her from a distance. So for your cycle to end, you're going to have to learn how to love some people from a distance. You're going to have to learn how to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. You're going to have to learn how to be comfortable in new territory. You're going to have to learn how to be comfortable being alone. You're going to have to learn how to be comfortable being fruitful and producing independently, i.e., without the people that you want to take with you on this journey. Let's see what other meanings I can grasp from this. I want to look at the positions again. So I'm gonna go through it again this time, and I'm gonna look at it from the numbers. All right. So the number 1 contains everything in itself. All opposites are excluded, whereas the number 10 includes all other numbers. Okay. So let's see. Figure 5 shows how the energies of material can be transformed into one another. The lines and arrows connecting the numbers, the different points in the diagram, indicate how and where one principle can transform into another. All right. So, when we look at it from that perspective, I wish I could show y'all this. So we got, so Kepler is in a 2 position. It's in the upright. Newt and Geb are, so it looks like this. This is what it looks like, right? It forms its own pyramid. So this new energy has the opportunity to transform into Kepler energy, which is transformation. Both of these cards represent transformation. But in your past position, you had Kepler making the best out of the situation, creating some stability and foundation, and just starting some new beginnings. But you have Newt in your future, in one of your future positions, with infinite opportunity in the reverse, and transformation not happening. So you have the opportunity to turn New upright and to turn Ra upright, which is you manifesting your godhood, which is you taking control of the situation and having dominion over everything. You have the opportunity to make that happen by leveraging this Kepri energy and taking control of your lower nature. Okay. When you have been operating in a primal state for so long, it creates a certain level of comfort in being used to experiencing certain types of sensations. When you eat, you get a certain type of sensation. When you smoke, you get a certain type of sensation. When you have sex, you get a certain type of sensation. And if you have been using those things to cope with whatever it is that you've been going through, because the disappointment of it all had gotten to be too much, then you're going to have to muster up the power within yourself to change, to break that addiction. So by gaining control of your lower self and your carnal energies, you are then putting yourself in a position to manifest infinite possibilities, infinite opportunity and transformation. Endless. Okay? Let's see. What are them other numbers at? There was a couple of them. Let's see. So number 4, position 4 represents new sex, epitomizing the desire and compulsion energy that is the most powerful source for transformation. This is the point of contact between the individual and the outside world. So we talked about that. So your external world is chaotic because Shin which represents organization, is in the reverse. In position number 5, this talks about your capacity to relate to with different elements and levels of consciousness. So right now, you are unable to align with the frequency that is going to elevate you in your career, your professional life, and your entrepreneurship. Like you're unable to activate the God code within you right now, because you are, the way you're choosing to respond to your external world is heavily influenced by your internal world, which is out of balance. So it's just like a vicious cycle surrounding this this attempt for you to be able to get out of this carnal desires. Okay, so even though you have made a conscious decision to break away from those conscious desires, you're still struggling in many ways to fully manifest that. But what is helping you is the fact that you have Kepra in the 2 position, because the 2 position is about multiplication. It's about creating more of the same. And the beetle itself, like we said, it is a manifesting energy. So for it to land in the 2 position where it talks about multiplication, that means that you have the capacity to manifest abundance on a grand level, but you have to get rid of these blockages. So you have to get some order within your internal world around this new energy that is focusing on protection and opportunity. Um, you are finding it hard to overcome your perceived limitations within your mind. You are allowing yourself to be limited. Okay, and it's in the 3 position, which is a masculine energy, which is like fatherhood. So the masculine aspect of your manifesting energy perceives itself as incapable of taking action, incapable of executing, and incapable of overcoming the misuse of your sexual energy, the misuse of your creativity, addictions, and all of those other things. Your masculine energy is being extremely affected by these addictions because it's gotten you so comfortable that and distracted that you're not taking action. Luck is nothing but preparation meeting opportunity. So what I'm hearing is there is no lack of opportunity with Kepler here in the 2 position in the upright, a card about abundance and transformation, in a position that is about constantly producing and reproducing and reproducing. Multiplicity just means multiplying, being fruitful and multiplying. So it's not that you are not a fruitful vessel. It's just that you are tainting your fruit by not getting control of your internal world and your mind, which is creating chaos in your external world. And the chaos that you are perceiving in your external world is causing you to respond to everything around you from a victim state and not a goddess state. So if I'm not mistaken, they say 6 is where is it? So 6 represents synergy. It is a feminine, nurturing energy, and it's breath and air. You got Tehuti in a reverse on in that position. 6 also represents mm, 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 mm. The flowing of our emotions, wishes, and expectations. These contribute in modifying and guiding our energies toward precise ends through a process of conscious direction and through the transformation of our emotional body. So your emotional body has Tahuti in the reverse. Golly. And it's a moon card, and it's in the reverse. The moon is associated with the emotions. So Tahuti, of course, he's the father of he's the father of thought, words, magic, science. That's why they call him Thoth. Thoth is the Greek interpretation of the word thought. Cometians know him as Tahuti. So to have Tahuti in the reverse, that means, and this is on in the this is the throat chakra card. So not only are you responding to your external world as a victim, you are using negative language that is further placing you into bondage and further putting you into a negative emotional state. You using your magic against you. You using your own magic against you, your own gifts. And if you don't get a handle on it, you're going to find yourself in, you're not being immaculate with your word. And I just talked about this. It's crazy that this is coming up. I just did a live on this earlier. Being immaculate with your word helps you to properly manage your relationships. But when you are not being intentional with your words and you're using your words to harm yourself, to victimize yourself and to victimize others, then you're going to end up in a position where you alone, you've excluded, out of your comfort zone, distance from the people that you care about the most, because you're not using your words to empower yourself or the people around you. You're using your words to create more chaos. Shit, I ain't planning on reading the cards this hard tonight, but we need a resolution. You gonna have to, so like I said, you're gonna have to go on a fast and detox. What other tarot decks I got up here? The rest of my tarot decks in the car. I guess that's just gonna have to be what it is. Um let's see. Oh, these ain't even out. I'm not gonna open those. Where my dog deck at? Ooh wee. Yeah. It's gonna have to be what it is. Alright, so I'm gonna get some words of advice for you because I don't got the rest of my cards with me right now. Whew. I don't like this, y'all. We're gonna have to get over this. We're gonna have to get over this. Because you have the potential of abundance and stability here. You have, like, and it's crazy because you have everything that you need to the fact that these cards are coming out, even though they're coming out in a reverse, that they are evidence of the presence of everything that you need within you. But everything in you and everything outside of you is chaotic. But why won't you pick up? You letting everything happen to you and not for you right now. Why won't you pick up why you not picking up your sword and fighting? What is it? What has you feeling so scared, so frustrated, so hurt, so bitter, so ashamed that all you can do is talk about the negative? All you can do is harp on the negative. You can't muster the strength within yourself. Why can't you muster the strength within yourself to speak positively about yourself to yourself? Why are you not able to speak lovingly to yourself? Why are you passing so much judgment on yourself? Why are you being so hard on yourself? Do you understand that the things that you have gone through, you went through that because it was preparation and initiation for what it was that you're asking for? And just because you responded in a way that you are not proud of, that is not, doesn't mean you have to be ashamed, because you responded the best way you know how, with the tools that you had in front of you, with the knowledge that you had at your fingertips. But now that you've gone through that, you are now empowered to think about it from hindsight 2020 and know how to respond in the future. It was a lesson that created stairs that lead to blessings. Stop being ashamed of how you responded to mistakes in the past or situations in the past. Stop being ashamed of that bad deal that got you in debt. Stop being ashamed of befriending that co-worker that threw you under the bus. Stop being bitter about the partner and the collaboration that came along just to steal your ideas. Stop looking at it from that perspective and look at it from a different perspective. Look at it from the perspective of what it taught you. Look at it from the perspective of how it has prepared you to protect your energy, your intellectual property, your skills, your bag, all of those things that are important to the success of your career and your organization. All of those experiences that have prepared you to better protect those things. And see, you got a new beginning. You got a new beginning in the past position. What's this 8 position? What else can we get out of 8? So 8. Okay, so 7 is the junction of Newton and Gale speed. So that's where heaven and earth meet. That's where your physical, that's where your internal and your external world meet. So your internal and external world meets as she and her, which is about judgment. So you're gonna have to come to a place to where, so you're getting to that space to where you're not passing judgment on yourself anymore. Um, so and but this is something that you aspire to. So you know you need to stop judging yourself, and you're trying to do so, and you bringing about the end to that cycle, but you're going into the new cycle scared, looking back at the past. And that's not the energy that you need to go into the new cycle with. You can't go into the new cycle scared. Go into the, find a way. Okay, so this is the message that I'm giving. You need to go on a detox. You need to fast. You need to fast your your eyes, your ears, your mouth. All of your senses need to experience a detox. You need to fast internally with a specific diet. I'm hearing increased water intake. You need to go through that fast. And as you're going through that fast, when you are triggered, okay, so of course, so it could be for some I'm hearing diet, for some I'm hearing that fasting from your vices, from your smoking, from your drinking, from the sex, from the partying, the socializing, whatever it is that you're doing to cope with the pain of the rejection, the betrayal, the failure, whatever, you know what it is, whatever it is that you are using to cope with that, you need to fast from that. So I'm hearing you need to go on a diet. You need to go on a plant-based diet. You need to increase your water intake. You need to fast from those vices and get you a journal. Every time you have the urge to self-medicate or self-soothe with that vice, you need to pick up your journal and start writing about how you feel in that moment. What triggered you? What did that make you feel? Because that's going to help you break down the pathology behind why you are stuck in this, why you have been so stuck in whatever addiction it is that is causing you to stay in this cycle, because your vices and your addictions are disempowering you. They are distracting you from confronting the issues and the blockages that are in the way of your success. And even though it is uncomfortable, even though you feel naked, even though you feel empty when you are doing this fast, you're going to have to tough it out, baby. You're going to have to tough it out, and you're going to have to allow yourself to feel the full weight of what it is that you're dealing with, but you're going to have to process it. Write it out. Whatever it is that is triggering you to self-soothe, to Go to reach for that bottle, to reach for that blunt, reach for that cigarette, pick up the phone, call that sneaky link, spend your money, go out to the bar, spend your money in the club, get online and do this shopping, whatever it is triggering you to do those things. You need to become cognizant of when what is triggering you to do those things. You need to be cognizant of when it's like pay attention to every single detail around those triggers as you're going through that fast, and document it. Document the who, what, when, where, why, and how of that trigger, so that you can fully get the full gist of it, to where you are able to then pinpoint where they came from, and then create your solution. How are you going to respond as a goddess, as a woman, man of power? What healthy habit can you replace that negative habit with? And how can you cope with the discomfort of leaving such a comfortable lifestyle behind? All right. I could read this all night, especially if I had cards to clarify. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a word of advice for each element, and we're going to say goodnight. If you would like a personal reading, to get more in-depth answers and responses to these questions, if this really resonated and you got some specific questions you want to ask, or you got a specific situation that you want more insight into, then you can book me at www.kineticlotusrising.com. You can click the Linktree button in the box below to go ahead and book your reading, wherever you're coming from. All right. So Aries, your advice. So you need to muster up the energy of the wild horse. Freedom, sensitivity, spirit, partnership. That's your energy anyway. You tend to be a free spirit. So for some reason I'm getting that you need to loosen up. Taurus, you got the stick insect. Stillness, awareness, discernment, composure. So you need to chill out and heighten your awareness. So Aries, I'm hearing you need to stop being so hard on yourself and embrace, like become more of a free spirit, like let it go. Taurus, you need to stop trying to numb yourself and increase your awareness and discernment around the why and the how of how you got here. Gemini, you are being called to leverage earth energy. So you need to ground yourself. You got your head off in the clouds too much. You're going down too many rabbit holes. You need to bring yourself back down to earth and be present in your physical environment. Pay attention to your physical environment and get that in order. Cancer, you got the sea turtle energy. So your journey is a new beginning based in self-reliance. You can't rely on nobody else no more. So you need, your godhood is going to come from trusting yourself to make the right decisions. Relying on the knowledge that has been bestowed upon you, what you have been taught to help you survive, and your intuition. You got your own energy, water energy. Leo, you got the elephant energy. So honor, empathy, responsibility, and cooperation. It can't just be about you anymore. You have to work with others. And you're not working with others just for a personal benefit. You need to empathize. You need to act with honor. Virgo, you got the dolphin. So you need to bring more joy into your life and act with more compassion. Libra. Oh, you got your own element. Thought, alignment, breath, intention. So just lean more into your own energy. Balance out your thoughts. Steady your breathing. Focus on what alignment looks like. And be clear about your intentions. Scorpio. You got the white rhinoceros, which is stability, confidence, steadiness, and abundance. So your harmony is going to come from figuring out how to get stable, remaining confident in the steps that you are taking to do this. Okay. Sagittarius. You got the Python energy. Discernment, detachment, transformation, renewal. So don't just fly by the seat of your pants like you usually like to do and just get up and go. Don't be trying to fight. Be strategic. Operate, activate the strategist within. You're a warrior. Warrior strategize. So be very strategic and strike when the time is right. Control your impulses. Capricorn. You got the tree frog. It says soul song, meditation, creation, rebirth. All right, so you need to go within, calm down, steady your mind. It says soul song. That's deep. What's the soundtrack to your soul? Aquarius. Orange blossom. Transparency, sensitivity, surrender, illumination. All right. I can get jiggy with that. So don't try to perpetrate. Don't try to pretend. Don't try to hide. Just be honest. Be yourself. Be kind and sensitive. And trust that in doing so, the most important things about this journey will come to light for you. Pisces, you got the caribou. Perseverance, resourcefulness, movement, determination. Don't give up, Pisces. Don't give up. Use the resources around you to get things done. Continue to move forward. Put one foot in front of the other. Remain determined. Do not give up. All right, y'all. So I didn't have the opportunity to show you how the candles earlier. So this is my Heavenly Het Haru candle. Look at that. So every candle, every enchanted candle that I create has essential oils, herbs, resin, and some other little secret things in them. Um, they are charged under a certain frequency, and so there's a lot of intention that goes into creating these candles. So they will be available at the Hoodoo Heritage Fest on October 28th. Eventbrite link below. They're also available on my website. So you can place your order on my website and I will deliver it to you. All right, y'all. I am Zaya the Lotus, the manifestation of peace of blessings earned with every lesson learned. And I was sent to birth and rear a new nation of leaders, thinkers, strivers, and survivors. And when I beseech my higher power, my obstacles dissipate effortlessly, allowing those who have been charged, who have been placed in my charge to beseech me and allow the healing to begin. This has been another Tribe Vibes Collective reading. I love you to life, and I look forward to taking this journey with you. Peace.